stamina roll call. It's like there is no ground beneath my feet, I got no flaws. Still humble, but just don't get it confused. You know who I am, there's no need to introduce. I am one of one, they can't stand it, but it's true. Sicker than the average, ain't no challenge that's immune. Baby, I'm a go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it. It's like that. Big stack, big stack in my bag. It's like that. Big stack in my bag. You know I'm getting to it. Like that. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you win it. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That's how I tease her. Been having my waist since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a got close wheels. You cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything. You don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them. Oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley. I'm tryna drive it around. I think I'm driving it gently. Now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down. Tryna show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn. We don't even wanna turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning. I don't do but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can, I want it all on sleep. Might just put a 40 ball in my mouth, cause I know my talk ain't cheap. Soon as you start running up money, they can tell cause it reeks. Oh boy, it's so much to see. Gotta learn to keep your balance. Going to sleep on silk sheets, but it used to be a pallet. Fell in love with shopping, I'm getting a grip of it, I don't need no stylist. Walking on mouth, spin a bag on anything if it got me smiling. I'm on every L that I ever took, I promise. Flashy with a system, man, I don't look, that's how I'm coming. Can't wait to touch a meal like I ain't got no food inside my tummy. Been had a vision, seen it vividly before it got sunny. You could tell I'm committed. This get hard and I get it, but long as you stay authentic, you'll be destined to win it. I recreated my image. This was earned, never given. Gonna be that way till it's finished. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Ravens, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. On CD, the Ravens have perennially been in the conversation. This year, they knock down that door, they win the AFC, and here they are in the Super Bowl.
And remember, they've won in recent years. Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. What a stretch they could put together if they could claim another title here.
Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the wait is over. This has been, of course, one of the preeminent franchises in American sports history. They've had a bumpy ride along the way, but they're back in the... So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Jackson throwing complete there to Flowers. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Now it's Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. It's a tight game here early. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle, it's Edwards. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Here's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. Now a handoff, Edwards. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Patrick Ricard taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens' decision to go. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. After the interception, here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their pledge.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They run once more with Edwards. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Jackson. Pass out left, finds Kohler. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up,
touchdown! Isaiah Likely, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He completes it to Beckham. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the 3rd quarter. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
and that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
To throw again is Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On second down, here's Jackson. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. Again, it's Edwards. And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Marquise Bell in on that stop. Now 2nd and 5. On the handoff, Edwards. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Now Jackson. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are starting to... Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Finds his man. It's Kohler. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Now it's Edwards. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now Jackson on second down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the... So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there. And
it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.